I want to start with a thank you to the New Jersey Federation of Democratic Women for inviting me to speak. And I want to say thank you for all the support that you have provided Democrat women across our region and our state. I also want to thank everyone participating in today's Women in Blue Forum. I am honored to represent the 8th District in the New Jersey Senate and equally honored to join with colleagues from across the state to focus on the issues that are impacting the daily lives of women and families. I love being able to work with my local community and with advocates like you on the issues that are impacting our society and finding solutions together. This last year has been challenging. We have all grappled with COVID-19 and the severe health crisis afflicting our country, state, and local communities of all sizes. I've heard from many of you the unbelievable personal toll this has taken, from loved ones falling ill to losing employment at businesses that were unable to survive the pandemic. As Democrats, we believe in a government that runs on compassion, a government that lifts up voices of those who are voiceless. Unfortunately, we've had a lot of need for that compassion over the last year. The personal costs of this pandemic have been incalculable, and the impacts to our communities will be felt for years. These impacts have been felt particularly by working women, and even more severely by women of color. As many of you know, women are disproportionately represented in lower wage jobs in the service and hospitality industries, the exact areas of our economy that have been devastated since last March. Our neighborhood businesses have been particularly hard hit in that regard. I am sure every one of you can think of 2 or 3 restaurants that won't be reopening their doors. Through no fault of their own, our local businesses are facing a crisis that has threatened their viability. Between January 2020 and January 2021, in Burlington County alone, small business revenue decreased by 24.7%, which is a shocking statistic. Because of this, I knew our region needed help, and it needed it fast. I knew it was imperative to craft legislation that directly helps support our local businesses keep their doors open. I wrote a law that will allow us to send $25 million of direct aid to the most vulnerable businesses here in New Jersey. This will help real small businesses, the kind that employ fewer than 10 people, but are the backbone of our local economies. The places our neighbors work and our families visit regularly. I'm proud to say Governor Murphy came to Medford just last week to sign this bill into law and allow us to get to work supporting our local economies. Because it's not just about keeping businesses open, although that's important, it's about keeping people employed as well. The downstream effects of supporting our economy are critical. Studies have shown that underemployment is an indicator of physical and mental health issues, which are already skyrocketing during this crisis. And we know these issues disproportionately impact women. I think of the single mom that has to balance 2 jobs and somehow find time to help her children work through virtual schooling. As challenging as that is, her situation would be immeasurably worse if one of those jobs were to disappear. It might mean the loss of health care or needed childcare funds. That's why I knew we had to do something to help save jobs as we navigate through the final months of this crisis, and I am proud to have received feedback from many of you on this critical issue. Now, as we are hopefully turning the corner on COVID-19, it is essential that we continue to work to help the citizens and businesses of our communities as we work to get people back to work. This past year, we saw unprecedented levels of unemployment claims. During the pandemic, my office helped more than 3,000 people, giving a vital lifeline to families and individuals in our communities here in the 8th Legislative District. Another shocking statistic that tells us how badly our neighbors need us right now. It is through this work and the work of so many others that I know we will move beyond the devastating effects of COVID-19 in our homes, businesses, hospitals, and schools. I am so proud of the work that I'm seeing from women like you who are helping us recover from this pandemic and regrow our local communities. When I think of the New Jersey Federation of Democrat Women, I think of a tenacious group of women with powerful voices. I have seen firsthand the wonderful work you do as advocates for the values we share, and I am looking forward to working by your side to accomplish even more in the future. For now, I will ask that you direct those voices toward the less fortunate among us, the mom who is having trouble finding work, the family struggling to get enough food on the table. We'll get through this soon, especially with your help. Thank you so much for your support, and thank you so much to the New Jersey Federation of Democrat Women for your continued advocacy and work on behalf of our Democratic women candidates.